What's going on, guys? It's EJ from mypathtoself.com. I apologize in advance if my voice cracks. I am still getting over being sick and my body is just not happy right now. But I had to make this quick video. I actually was working last night and a friend hit me up and he was hanging out with another friend that I hadn't seen in a while, and they asked if I wanted to hang out. So I said sure. And my friend lives in Orangevale, which is near Citrus Heights, which is a place that I lived for several years. Or I mean, it seems like several years. Like I went to school out here, high school and junior high, and then I lived out here for a while, and it's changed a lot since I've lived here. You know, when I had moved out here, that's when I initially had problems, you know, at home, and I kind of got kicked out, you know, for being stupid and doing drugs and that kind of thing. But, you know, so I'm walking. My friend had to go to work this morning, so, you know, I had to leave kind of early. Well, he came and dropped me off over this way, and I'm taking a bus back. I got the money for it and everything. I mean, not that you guys care. But anyways, I'm walking down the street, and I see this place that, again, I don't know if I've ever mentioned it, but I used to be, like, into graffiti, like, hardcore, like, you know, climb billboards, do that kind of thing. And there's this building out here. There was this brick building. It used to be a store. And me and my roommate, when I was living out here, he was also into graffiti. You know, that was the connection there. You know, we'd always go out and we'd, you know, cause some mischief and get into some shenanigans and all that. Anyways, we got super drunk one night, and we went out and we were painting. And this brick building that I was talking about, that store, I got like a security guard pulled up. You know, we had it was me, my roommate, and someone else. I'm not gonna bust him out on here. But sorry about that. No, it was me and my roommate and someone else. And the other person, not my roommate, was supposed to be playing lookout. And instead, because we were all drinking, he was not watching, and he was watching us paint instead. So what ended up happening is a truck pulled up, and it was a security guard that was guarding the parking lot. We didn't even know there was a security guard there. He just pulled up out of nowhere, and he's all like, "Hey, what are you doing?" You know, that kind of thing. And it's like 3 a.m. And so all of us split up. We all go in different directions. We all run, we all hide, we jump through bushes, and like as well as you could possibly jump through bushes, you know, being as drunk as we were. And you know, the two people I was with were really skinny, and you know, I mean, you guys see me on here, I've lost a lot of weight since then. But back then, you know, I mean, I think I was the heaviest one in the group, so therefore probably the slowest. I had a bunch of paint tucked in my belt, so I couldn't run very well. I probably had some alcohol on me too. I don't really remember. Long story short, I ended up not getting caught by this security guard. I guess he had called the police, and the police showed up. And if any of you have ever been in trouble with the law before, you know, don't run when the police show up. That's just a way to get tased or, you know, your ass beat. Like, don't do that. Anyway, so why I'm telling you this entire story is I'm walking down the street, and when the cops showed up, you know, I ended up going to jail for like a month, and it was my first time ever getting arrested. First time ever going to jail. And it was, I mean, of course, not a fun experience. But when I walked past this area that I had gotten caught in so long ago, I noticed that there's no building there anymore. It's just gone. And I just think it's kind of ironic and kind of almost like poetic in a sense that, you know, it's like, it might have been the beginning of the end for me, that building, and now that piece of me is gone. You know, like for the longest time that building was still standing, and my art was not on there anymore, but you know, there was like a faded version of it. You know, I could still see where I had made my mark and where someone had tried to erase it but not done a good enough job, because I could still see it. But now the whole building is gone, so that whole part of me is no longer in existence. I mean, unless we're talking about in my mind. And that's more important than a physical, tangible thing, a version of this memory that I have in the past, you know, this part of me, you know, why I decided to stop, you know, getting into trouble like that, why I decided to stop doing graffiti, like, I mean, at least publicly. I'll still draw it every now and then, like a book. But, you know, it's just crazy how things can change, people can change, and places that make you remember something, they can go away, and, you know, and you won't even know that they're about to. So, I mean, I guess this probably doesn't have as much value. It's just kind of a cool story, as much value as my normal videos. It's just kind of a cool story, and, you know, it made me remember. I have a lot of memories in this particular area, and I haven't been down here like to walk around in a while. And so just seeing buildings that I remember, you know, either whether it's getting into trouble or being with my ex-girlfriend at that time and having a good time, or just doing stupid shit or doing fun shit. I just remember all these times, and, you know, it reminds me of, you know, where I come from. And I think that's incredibly important. You know, a lot of success is trying to forget the things that make you who you are. I mean, the negative things, and trying to replace them with positives. But at the same time, you know, you have to remember where you come from. Otherwise, you're not going to be humble. You know, you're going to be, I mean, you know what happens when people don't remember where they come from. They end up being cocky assholes, and they shun old friends or maybe old family, and that's not me. That will never be me. I don't care how big I get, which I mean, I'm humble, but at the same time, I'm pretty confident in what I'm doing right now. Not pretty confident. I'm like beyond confident. Like, I don't know anyone who's as confident as I am right now. But, you know, you still have to have that little shred of humanity, that little bit of humility somewhere inside, and you have to practice that, because that is important. That's what's going to separate you from the rest of the people that are successful. Not the rest. I mean, like, there's two kinds of successful people. There's the ones that are humble, and there's the ones that are fucking greedy and selfish, and, you know, I think solipsistic is the word. That's a word that I learned the definition of yesterday. It's just, you know, they don't think about their past. They don't think about where they come from. They don't think about what they could do with their money unless it involves them. And that's not me. I'll never be there. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, please comment below. You can subscribe to the channel if you'd like more, or give it a thumbs up. I would really, really, really appreciate it. I will see you guys later.